Welcome to the first LEGO set review here at Demarcation Media. Today I'm going to be reviewing a set that I have been impatiently waiting for since it was announced. LEGO Ideas Tron Legacy. I've kind of had this pipe dream over the past couple years of seeing Tron Legacy be brought into LEGO as a whole theme, because there's just so much that could be turned into great models there. But I thought, no, Disney kind of dumped Tron. No one cares anymore. LEGO wouldn't make enough sales because it's not popular enough anymore. But then along comes Brick Bros UK. They whip up 10,000 supporters and make it all the way through the, basically the judging phase of all the sets. And then out comes this. Not one, but two light cycles in one set. Now, it's not a full Tron theme like I had been wishing for, but I'll take it because it's close enough. So currently, there are 3 places you can get this: Amazon, the LEGO shop website, or a LEGO brand retail store. I do not recommend buying it on Amazon because it is $53. Yes, $53 for that. $35 is LEGO's price, and I think that's steep enough. It's like I'll pay it for that because this is a LEGO Ideas set. They really put a lot into it, but 230 pieces for $35. That's pretty steep. So if you're gonna buy this, go buy it from LEGO themselves. Plus, if you buy it off of their shop website, you get one of these. It's like a little sticker. I don't know if it's like a car sticker or what. Apparently, there's 4 of them, and I mean, it's just an extra incentive to buy from their website. It's a neat little thing, though. I could foresee getting a lot of doubles. If you're like trying to collect all 4, you could get a lot of doubles, but that's beside the point. So this is the first idea set that I've ever gotten, and I'm pretty impressed at this box. They have nice thick edges, and it looks to me like this is going to hinge open instead of me just ripping it open. So I'll probably be keeping this box. The front looks great, immediately eye-catching. It stands out from pretty much all other sets that are out there right now. Down in this corner, it says number 21. So I'm assuming this is the 21st LEGO Ideas set that has been produced. The top of the box shows all the boring information about where the parts came from, though I'm a little disappointed to see that none of the parts came from America, because they apparently opened a factory in America, and you'll occasionally see it in there. Not here, though. Over here, there's a nice graphic of Sam and Cora facing off against Rinsler, an actual size picture of one of Rinsler's identity discs inside a larger identity disc. The sides, both sides are the same, just another graphic of, looks like the light cycles on the bridge that leads to the city, and while that is inaccurate to the movie, it looks really cool. The back of the box somehow manages to display pretty much all of the major aspects of the Tron film. There's the solar sailor up here. They're on the grid. The city's back here. There's a recognizer up in the corner, and there's the light cycles. So that to me is pretty impressive. Over here, there's some instructions on how to make a project for LEGO Ideas, and then the rest of it just, kind of shows the features of the set, and it shows that you get a little piece of the grid to display your cycles on. So that's pretty cool. I like how they have, the conflicting blue and orange. It looks good. I'm dying to get this open. So I'm going to take this overkill knife and try not to damage the box. Pop that seal. Pop that seal. Shut my knife so I don't impale myself. And yeah, I was right. It hinges open. Look at that. It's like opening a treasure chest. So let's get pieces out. Instructions. Definitely be keeping that box. Use it as storage later. Instructions, pretty small, but they have, looks like, stuff about the fan designers, stuff about the Lego designers, stuff about Tron. Ooh, little character bios over here. And then there it is in other languages. So yeah. And then from there on, it's, pretty typical instructions. So that's cool. 2 bags of parts. Again, looks a little bit small for the $35 price range, but like I said, I'm willing to pay it for a set from Tron. So let's get building. Alright, so there we go. There's the completed set. So we'll take a look at the minifigures first, but before we do that, I'll look at the extras. Well, this isn't really an extra. It's Sam's hair. So he comes with the helmet he used in the Disc Wars, which is nice that you get both. You get one of these pieces, which is fairly new and useful. An extra katana, an extra one of these little things that went all the way over by Rinsler, and just a few other little extras. Alright, so from left to right, we have Rinsler, Sam Flynn, and Korra. Let's start with Rinsler. Alright, His helmet is a recolored classic Iron Man helmet. Recolored in black with a few bits of silver and orange on there. And it looks really nice. It's pretty accurate to the film. Rinsler's helmet in the film was a little bit more pointy, kind of up here, but the silver lines gives the illusion that it's a little bit more pointy. Yeah, I don't see how they could have done better with the helmet unless they made a brand new piece. His face, though, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little better with the face. It's just a generic face. And I guess that works since you really never see his face except for when he's Tron. And this face pretty much works for anyone. I still would have liked to see a more exclusive face. The torso and leg print, on the other hand, that is amazing right there. All the fine little details, even the little Tron T. Yeah, let's see if we can get up any closer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now you can see it. There's the little Tron T right there. All the little body armor pieces, all the orange, that all just looks superb. The way his identity discs are held on it works. It's bulky, but it works, and there's no other way to do it that's less bulky. The discs themselves look really nice. You get 2 orange and 2 blue, and then you can make them hold on to it like that. You can reenact the disc fights. Let's get the neck bracket off. This neck bracket is actually, it's not the most common piece, so it's nice to be able to get that. The back print is nice. You got the spot for the disc where it would hook on. Some more orange detail. That looks good. No arm printing. The other figures have arm printing, but it works since Rinsler has a simpler costume in the film. Next up is Sam Flynn himself, and they did, again, an amazing job here. They captured his suit down to the very last detail, even down, look at that, onto his feet. They just put a single little line just to show the little glowing bit on his shoes. And he does get arm printing on both arms. It's the same on both arms. It adds a nice bit of detail. The helmet is not the one that he wore during the light cycle fight. It was the one that he wore during the Disc Wars, and it actually looks very accurate, and it just makes use of existing pieces. No new molds here. That works. His hair is, I think that's medium nougat, and it's appeared in a couple other sets. It's appeared on Thor. I think a couple of the soccer player minifigures, maybe. And his face is brand new. It's got a almost sheepish looking smile on this side. And then this angry face when he realizes Clue is not his father. He has a disc, and it's attached differently than Rinsler's. It just has this clear bracket, and I don't know if the normal bracket would have worked. It might have bumped up I can't even speak. It might have bumped the disc up against his hair, but I don't know. This works. It doesn't look very accurate, but again, it's hard to make something that looks accurate and sleek like it did in the film with pieces like this. The back, once again, has a spot where the disc would go if you were to just, stick it on there. More blue detail. It's a shame that you have to put this on there. It covers all that nice print up. I almost don't want to put it back on. But yeah, really nice. Lego did a great job here. Last but certainly not least, we have Korra. And as we're going along, I'm getting increasingly more blown away with each minifigure. Rinsler was great. The level of detail was excellent. Then we come to Sam, and he's somehow better. And then we get here, and somehow Korra's even better than both of them. For one thing, the print from the torso carries nicely down through the hips and to the legs, which on Sam's, it does pretty well, but there's like a gap kind of in these circles here. On here, there's no gap. It just goes all the way through. The arm printing is great. You see, she's got her, I don't know what those are. They're like sleeve gloves. There's a bit of her shoulder, and then on the other side, they went so far as to add the ISO symbol. That is amazing, and that shows incredible dedication to the set from the designer. The weapon that she's equipped with is less fitting, I think, because Korra never used a katana. She used like a black, looked like a black stick with glowing blue bits on it. I think a black katana would have suited better, not a silver one. But it's just an accessory, so I can't really complain that much. Her face, the smiling face, looks pretty good. It looks pretty close to the actress. She didn't smile all that much in the film, and so some people complained about it, but I think it looks good. The other side is a little bit more suited to the character. She's getting ready to kick someone's butt. That looks good. The disc is the same as the one on Sam. And again, it looks great, and you can have her hold it. That works really nicely. Again, you have to remove the bracket to see the print on the back. And it's the same bracket as the one on Sam. There's that. Pretty similar to the one on Sam as well. It's a spot, where the disc would go. So that looks good. Her hair is great. That suits really well. It looks pretty much like the one from the film. I mean, if I had to complain, I'd just say the bangs are too straight, but that'd be kind of picky. So, wow. That is an impressive set of figures right there. I can't even, there's pretty much nothing I can say bad here except for the fact that there's a silver katana and the fact that they did not do a Kevin Flynn figure as well. But, I mean, that's pushing it. The original project had one figure and one light cycle. Lego gave us 2 light cycles and Rinsler and Korra. So I really have no room to complain. I didn't point out, though, on each of the figures, there's this little black on black print, just for some almost like mesh armor that looks great. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I can just keep going on all day about how great these figures are. So those figures make it worth the $35. Just right there. There you go. That's worth $35. As long as Lego doesn't start making minifigure packs for $35. So now we finally get to the build, or I should say builds themselves. And right now I have both the bikes on the grid display base, and you can remove those. They're just attached on by these 2 studs there. They stick onto the bottom. So those come off. It kind of gets a little bit warped looking. Just, due to the flatness of the pieces. And you have a nice pattern there. Kind of resembles the pattern on the light cycle grid. And then you can take it apart. And there's some way to reconfigure it. I think you just have to move some tiles around. Then you can make yourself a Disc Wars base as well. I like all the trans blue and the black, and they did the, what was that lighter blue color, I don't know the official name, underneath to keep this, looking really glowing, vivid blue. So I think that looks really nice. I'm glad they included this little display base piece. It allows for some figure posing. Yeah, it's good. So the light cycles are identical. Well, except for their color scheme. The build is identical. And the people complain about that. I don't really see why that's a problem. The light cycles look the same in the film. They're just different colors. And I think this is the 5th generation light cycle. 5th or 3rd, I don't remember. Though, my one complaint, this should slope up and this should be a lot higher than it is. I understand why they did this, and I don't know if it's possible to have gotten that gap between the ground, but I would have liked to see that. They were not able to get the hollow tires because these actually spin. They spin as one thing. You can, roll across the ground. So if you have the hollow tires, there's no way that it's going to spin because it'd have to be attached back here. So the prints, these are prints. You get 4 of each color. And I think that works instead of having the actual hole. The detail throughout the whole thing is great. There's like a little simulation of an engine here. These things can be angled out. I don't know what these are. Air brakes, maybe? Something. And you have the little, I don't remember what that's called. It's just like basically a laser barrier to wreck your opponents with. So that's cool, and you can remove that. There's just a little clip on the back, and that doesn't look great, but if you don't have it on there, you can't attach this, and that does look great. The orange color scheme looks awesome. I could just end the review there. It just looks awesome. Yeah, it's not the normal see-through orange, it's the vivid orange. You can get a lot of these in the Nexonites line. Angle that back and forth. The tires, again, they spin. More prints, but on orange this time. Let me put the guys on there so you can see what that looks like. Alright, so there we go. Got them attached. And in the film, the handles were kind of more down here, but obviously minifigures can't reach down there. So they put them up here, and I think that was a great compromise because, they can get the nice, looks like they're almost merged with the cycle look. These can actually tilt a little bit forward because the pieces under here that the handles are attached to are rounded, so it allows for a little bit more, ease of access to that spot. I think they should have done the handlebars themselves in black. I think that just would have looked better. But they have some gray elsewhere, and so they just wanted to match it, I guess. Winsler fits as well. Yeah, and they fit with their discs too. So I'm happy about that. In terms of new or recolored parts, we have, let's see. Well, ingots are fairly new. Of course, the disc pieces as prints. These little wing-looking things here. Down in here, let me pop this off so you can see. There's some of these really recent 2x1 round pieces. So that just adds a nice extra bit of detail and it allows it to fit up in there. There's these prints. And then, well, let me just use the extra. Then one of these on either side of each cycle. Yeah, good selection. Oh yeah, one more. If I can get this off, come on. Yeah, right there. See, it's round, so it can slide forward and backward a little bit. So there you have it. That is the LEGO Ideas Tron Legacy set. and now I can see it all built and everything. I'm a little bit more okay with the $35 price point. I think for a Tron licensed set, that's good. And you also got to remember, you're supporting the fan designers as well. So I'm more than happy to pay extra to support the designers of the fan model. So overall, I think LEGO did an excellent job, and I'm very happy to finally see Tron as a LEGO set. Now, LEGO, I still want that whole theme. Or at the very least, I just want to recognize her. Alright? I want to see that. I want to see it on the shelves like next week. You can do that, right? Well, if you stuck through my positive gushing about this set, you deserve a big thanks. And if you hit the like button, you deserve a huge thanks. And if you hit the subscribe, well, what's bigger than huge? Massive, yeah. You deserve a massive thanks. Check back later for more reviews. Gosh, I don't even want to end the video because that set just looks so awesome.